Hello friends, welcome back to English Wala. Today I am going to discuss adjectives of comparison and degree change. It's video number 36 and it is very important for the learners of English language and even for the job aspirants. Please lend me your eyes along with your ears and mind. Let's begin with adjectives of comparison and degree change. Now, degrees of comparison. Here you can see there are three lines, line A, line B and line C. Suppose line A is 10 centimeter long. Sorry. Line B is 12 centimeter long and line C is 15 centimeter long. Now, we can say that all these three lines, that is line A, line B and C, or A, B and C are long lines. So, here long has been used and it is an adjective. Now, if we think about the relation that exists among these three lines, what do we get? First of all, line B is longer than line A, line B is longer than line A, line C is longer than line B, again line C is longer than both line A and line B. Now, of these three lines, line C has the highest degree of quality in length. So, line C is the longest of all. Now, let us take sentence 1, that is line B is longer than line A. Here, in sentence 1, line B and line A are separate ones. So, line A is an entity, line B is another entity. Those are two separate ones and line A is compared with line B. Now, in S2, in sentence 2, line C is longer than line B. So, line C and line B are separate ones. In sentence 3, line C is longer than line A and B. That is, line C is separate and line A and B together, they form a separate entity. So, line C is longer than line A and B. So, these two are separate ones. One is individual line C and line A and B, they form a group. So, there are also two separate entities. But in sentence 4, line C is within the group. Line C is the longest of all. That means line C is within the group. So, what do we get as the conclusion? When we say A, B and C are long lines, we simply state the quality. Simply a quality, long. Now, In sentence 1, sentence 2 and sentence 3, we make a comparison between two. In sentence 1, we make the comparison between line B and line A. In the sentence 2, we make the comparison between line C and line B. In sentence 3, we make the comparison between line C and a group of line A and B. And in the sentence 4, line C itself is within the group. So, in the first case, when we state a general quality, we say long. When we want to mean a comparison, we say longer. And when it is more than two in a group, and we want to mean that something or someone has the highest degree of quality, then we use longest. Now, so we have found, for example, the adjective long, we have found three forms: long, longer, longest. Actually, comparisons of adjectives, if we think about the types, we find there are 3 degrees of comparison. One is positive degree, and we use it to state a general quality. Comparative degree, when we compare one person or thing with another person or thing, or a group of persons or things with another group of persons or things, or even with an individual, between an individual and a group. Now, the third one is superlative degree. So there are 3 types of comparisons of adjectives, 3 degrees of comparison: positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. Now, most adjectives of quality, so we are to change, the adjectives are changed. At first, the base form of the adjective is in the positive degree, then we make it comparative, for it has a comparative form, it may have a superlative form. Now, which adjectives are of these forms? Most adjectives of quality, and only 4 adjectives of number and quantity have degrees of comparison. So almost all the adjectives of quality, please remember it clearly, almost all the adjectives of quality have the degrees of comparison, have those forms, and there are only 4 adjectives of number and quantity, 2 adjectives of number and 2 adjectives of quantity. Actually 4: much, little, many, and few. They have their forms of comparison. Now, let us think about positive degree. Positive degree is a term that relates to adjectives and adverbs. In adverbs also, we can use it. It is used only to state the presence of a quality in a person or persons, or a thing or things. So, positive degree is used only to state the presence of a quality in person or persons, or thing or things. Now, the third point is, it doesn't state any comparison. So, it relates only the quality, simply the quality, and the base form of the adjective is used. If I say the boy is tall, here tall is. In positive degree, it is the base form of the adjective tall. The flower is beautiful, and here beautiful is the base form of the adjective. I don't like loud shout. Loud is the adjective, and it only states the quality of the shout. He has much time at his disposal. So here much is an adjective and it states simply the quality of time or the quantity of time. The quantity of time. Much time at his disposal. So it is positive degree. Positive degree is the base form of the adjective. In positive degree, we use the base form of the adjective. Now let us think about comparative degree. Here I have drawn 3 lines, A, B and C. Now line A is long. I can say it is a long line. Line A is long. Now the adjective long expresses simply equality, and so it's in positive degree. Now if we think about line A and B both, what is the relation in terms of their length? Line B surpasses line A in length, that is B is longer than A. So line B is longer than line A. So when we think about line A and B separately and what is the relation existing between them, we can say line B is longer than line A. Again, line C surpasses both line A and line B. So C is longer than A, C is longer than B. But if we take A and B in a group, so how many entities are there? C and A and B. So we can say line C is longer than line A and line B. So for comparison we must need 2, not more than 2. Now the adjective longer is used to denote the degree of the quality in comparison to others. The degree of quality in comparison to the others. So it is in the comparative degree. So for using comparative degree, we must remember that it takes place when there are only 2 entities. Now it may be 2 individuals, it may be 2 groups, it may be 1 individual and another group, it may be a group and an individual. So for making comparative degree, we must first of all divide the participants, the things which are present, into 2. Now let us see. Let us discuss more about comparative degree. So comparison can be made between 2 individuals. That means an individual can be compared with another individual. Number 2, a group can be compared with another group. An individual can be compared with a group. Again, a group can be compared with an individual. So there can be 4 cases. The comparative degree of an adjective is used, number 1, when 2 persons, that is individual versus individual, when 2 persons or things are compared as bearers of a certain quality. That means you are comparing a boy with another boy, and you should compare on the basis of a certain quality. That means you cannot compare one boy's height with another boy's merit. Isn't it? That means you must compare the two boys in respect to their, either to their heights or to their merits or to a certain quality, based on a certain quality, a particular, a definite quality. For example, John is taller than Bob. Suppose the boy in red is John and the boy in yellow is Bob. So John is taller than Bob. I cannot say actually what is the base quality. The basic quality is the height of those two boys, and that is the point of comparison. Now the red ball is bigger than the white ball, so I am making the comparison on the basis of their size. Here on the basis of their height between John and Bob, and here between these two balls on the basis of their size. Now on the basis of their beauty, this house is more beautiful than that. So I am comparing between these two houses on the basis of their beauty. So there must be a definite quality on which we make the comparison. And between two persons or two things. Next one. When two groups of persons or things are compared as bearers of a certain quality. Here, these buildings are taller than those. So we make the comparison between two groups. These buildings are taller than those. And the point of comparison is, the quality of comparison is their height. Now, these chairs are costlier than those. So, how costly they are? The comparison is made on the basis of that quality. These chairs are costlier than those. The girls are more attentive than the boys. The girls are more attentive than the boys. So, here the comparison is made between two groups of persons or two groups of things. Next one. When one person or thing is compared with a group of persons or things, that is, comparison is made between an individual and a group. The person or the thing, when one person or thing is compared with a group of persons or things, the person or the thing surpasses is represented as excluded from the group. This boy is not within the group. He is excluded from the group. The boy is taller than the other boys. This boy is taller than the other boys. So other boys form a group. And this boy is a separate entity. When I say the girl in red is more stylish than the other girls, so we exclude the girl in red from the group. And the girl in red becomes a separate entity and the other girls, they form a group. So it is between two. One individual and another group. The girl in red is more stylish than the other girls. Now, the white ball is bigger than any other ball or all other balls. Any here is indefinite pronoun, and any other ball, that means any individual of the group, that means all the individuals of the group. So the white ball is bigger than all other balls, we can say it, or any other ball. So a comparative degree can be used when the comparison is made between one thing or one person and a group of things or persons. So individual versus group. Next, 4.1. A group of persons or things can be compared with an individual and both the group and the individual stand as two separate entities. So a group can be compared with an individual. All the other arrows are shorter than the red arrow. So there are 5 arrows. All the other arrows, that means the 4 arrows, are shorter than the red arrow. Again, I can say the green, yellow and blue triangles are bigger than the red triangle. So I have made the comparison here between a group and an individual. So one thing should be remembered, that comparative degree can be used only when the comparison is made between two. So if we want to make a comparison between an individual and a group, we must take that individual out. That means we should think about that individual separately, and the other ones, the others present in that group, they form a separate entity. Now, when and how comparative degree is used? The comparative degree is used when we want to mean a person or persons, that means individual or group, or a thing or things, that means individual or group, surpasses or surpass the other in a certain quality. So there must be a fixed quality, there is a quality, a certain quality, and on the basis of that quality, if we want to make comparison, then comparative degree is used. It may be between two individuals, between two groups, between an individual and a group, or between a group and an individual. Number 1. Number 2, the comparative form of the adjective is used. Comparative form, I will discuss in my next video about the comparative forms. The comparative form of the adjective is used. The comparative degree is followed by then. Generally the comparative form, just after the comparative form of the adjective, then is used. For example, very easy ones, the sun is brighter than the moon. This is uglier than that. So the sun and the moon, two separate entities, and I am going to compare them on the basis of the quality of brightness. So the sun surpasses the moon in brightness, so I can write the sun is brighter than the moon. This is uglier than that. So then is used. But, and it is a big but, sometimes comparatives are also used without then. Sometimes comparatives are also used without then. And I have seen that in many competitive exams, when the examinees are asked to make the error correction, this very type is given. This very type of sentence is given when then is not used, but comparative form of the adjective is used. When comparatives are used without then, let us discuss. In all the aforesaid examples, previously I have stated so many examples, I have given so many examples. In all the aforesaid examples, comparative degree has been used with reference to a certain quality between two separate entities. Sometimes comparative degree is used with reference to a person or thing included in a group of two. That means they are not made separate. When we think about two persons or two entities or two groups, not separated, not in the separated way, they form a single group. In such cases, then is not used. For example, if I say about two questions, there are two questions. For example, there are two questions, and if I say about these two questions, I can say the first question is harder of the two. If I say the first question is harder than the second, that is also correct. But if we think about the whole, the first question is the harder of the two. That means the first question is also within the group of two. So the first question is the harder of the two. Which of the two circles is bigger? Which of the two circles is bigger? So here we do not use then, or we do not use the superlative form. When the group consists of more than two, the superlative degree is used. So when should we use comparative degree? Comparative degree is used when there are only two entities. But if it is more than two, we must use superlative degree. If we have many and we have to use comparative degree, then we should make them or turn them into two groups. Then comparative degree can be used. So for superlative degree, there must be more than two. So when there are only two entities, it may be again and again, I say, it may be two individuals or two groups, or one individual and a group, or a group and an individual, then comparative degree is used. But if we take as a whole, and if there are more than two entities, more than two persons, or more than two things, then superlative degree must be used. Now superlative degree. There are three lines, A, B and C. Taking all three lines together, if we think about all these three lines, we find that line C surpasses all the other lines in the group in length. In other words, we can say that line C has the highest degree of length in the group of lines. So line C is within the group, and line C has the highest degree of length in the group of lines. So we will say line C is the longest of all, or line C is the longest line, or C is the longest line. So line C is the longest of all. Here the form of the adjective longest denotes that line C surpasses all in length. So it is the superlative degree. Here the group of the three lines includes line C. So in comparative degree, one thing is compared with another, or one person is compared with another, they are the separate entities. But here in superlative degree, here for example line C is within the group. Line C is not excluded from the group, as in the sentence line C is longer than the other lines. Now if I say, if I take A and B in a group, A and B a group and C a separate one, we can use comparative degree. Line C is longer than the other lines, or than any other line. Indefinite pronoun can also be used. So I can say line C is longer than line B, line C is longer than line A. Again I can say line C is longer than line A and B, or lines A and B. So here also we have made two groups. One individual, line C is longer than a group, line A and line B. In this way we can or we can say line C is longer than the other lines. So line C is the longest line. We can say it in a different way. Line C is longer than the other lines. So superlative degree can be changed into comparative degree by making them or turning them into two entities. Line C is longer than the other lines, so line C is a separate one and the other lines, they form a group. But when we use the superlative degree, we do not take line C out of the group. Line C is within the group. Line C is the longest of all the lines. That means line C is within the group. And generally of is used in superlative degree. Of is used in superlative degree. In my next video, I will discuss how we can make different forms of the adjectives. That means the base form is the positive form, and how we can make them, turn them into comparative form or in the superlative form. And then we will discuss how a sentence in superlative degree can be transformed into comparative degree or in positive degree and vice versa. So all these things will be discussed in my next videos. Till then, stay tuned. And if my videos prove to be helpful to you, please watch them. Now, let me give some superlative degree, examples of superlative degree before ending this lesson. There are 4 figures, a blue one, a yellow, a green and a red. And they are together, and I can say the red figure is the tallest of all. Again, I can say it in a different way. The red figure is taller than the other figures, or the red figure is taller than any other figure of the group. So the red figure is the tallest of all. Now there are 4 triangles. The red triangle is the biggest one. That means the red triangle is the biggest triangle. I can say it in a different way. In comparative degree, I can say the red triangle is bigger than the other triangles in the group. Now the third one. Here I have drawn 7 circles. And out of these 7 circles, you can notice the 3 circles are almost of the same size, rather of the same size. They are certainly of the same size. This red, this light green and this yellow one. Now, if I want to say about the size of the circles, and if I want to say that the red circle is the biggest one, no, it is not the biggest one. Rather, it is one of the biggest ones. That means there are 3 circles of the same size. So I can say the red circle is one of the biggest ones, or one of the biggest circles. The red circle is one of the biggest circles because there are other 2 circles of the same size. So we cannot say that the red circle is the biggest circle. It is one of the biggest circles. So the red circle is one of the biggest ones. I think these 3 types of degree, positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree, these are very much clear to you now. And next day I am going to discuss the forms of degree, how adjectives are changed, how you can turn the base form of the adjective into comparative form or into superlative form, because there are certain rules. Again, we will discuss how we can change a sentence in superlative degree into a sentence into comparative degree or positive degree. So, please attend my classes, watch my videos, and if my videos prove to be helpful to you, please subscribe to my channel, like it. Your comments are always precious to me. If you have any suggestion, you can give me in the comment box and press the bell icon to be notified. Thank you a lot for watching my video.